Here we go. No frills, no thrills. Just brother ha2tim. Just you, me, and the Mike family. It is so good to be back with y'all. And right now we are on show 2947. No frills, no thrills. Just brother ha2tim. And today we're talking about Einstein, socialism, and the predator mindset in education. Now, listen up, family. Listen up very closely. So, let's be clear. From the start, Einstein was no revolutionary socialist thinker. He didn't offer any groundbreaking theories on the subject, nor did he possess a deep ideological framework for socialism. However, what made Einstein's contribution significant was his willingness to take responsibility as a human being and speak out against the shortcomings of capitalism. He understood that his status as one of the world's most respected physicists gave him a social credit that he could use to elevate this critical discussion. This is similar to the work Paul Robeson was involved with, another brilliant mind who, despite being primarily known as a singer, actor, and athlete, used his platform to challenge oppression and advocate for socialism, as well as black people. Like Robeson, Einstein recognized that capitalism was fundamentally flawed, especially in how it shaped education and social behavior. In his 1949 article, Why I Support Socialism, Einstein describes capitalism as a predatory system and that concept deserves a deep dive. Predators in the natural world thrive by preying on the weak. They don't build, they don't nurture, they exploit. Now, think about how capitalism operates. Success is not measured by how much you contribute, but by how much you take. Power comes not from cooperation, but from domination. The system rewards those who can find and exploit weaknesses in people, markets, and communities. Under this framework, education is not designed to uplift society. It's designed to create individuals who can survive in a predatory system. This is where Einstein's concerns align with what many of us have been saying for years. I've often heard that all education is culturally responsive. The real question is, to which culture? The dominant education system in America is not designed to serve us. It is culturally responsive to white supremacy, white hegemony, and capitalism. This means that rather than training our children to be community builders, the system teaches them to be predators, to extract value from their own people instead of contributing to the collective progress. Our best and brightest are conditioned to lead their communities rather than build within them. The education system normalizes competition over cooperation. It teaches us that success is moving away from the masses, not uplifting them. If you doubt this, look at how economic power moves in our neighborhoods. Our communities are stepping stones for outsiders who come in, extract wealth, and leave nothing behind. We have been conditioned to see opportunity in exploitation rather than in empowerment. Einstein saw capitalism as a temporary phase, one that, if unchecked, would eventually consume itself. He believed that the system bred the worst in humanity rather than the best. And if we're honest, we see this every day. People seeking status over service, wealth being concentrated in fewer and fewer hands, institutions that reward selfishness, exploitation, and greed rather than integrity and community care. And now let's bring it back to education. When we ask why bullying is so prevalent in schools, why people feel no obligation to help those who struggle, the answer is simple. They have been trained to think like capitalists. Better yet, they've been trained to act like predators. They have been taught to prey on the weak. They have been taught that their success depends on others' failures. They have been taught to see people as obstacles or resources, not as brothers and sisters in the struggle. Einstein was pointing towards a future where education will be used to benefit humanity, not just individuals. But we can't sit around waiting for that shift to happen. We have to make it happen. We must start thinking about education as a tool for collective empowerment instead of individual escape, building institutions instead of just filling positions, developing new systems instead of feeding into the existing one. The goal should not be how can I get out, but how can I transform where I am. At the end of the day, the real question is, what are we preparing our children for? Are we training them to become capitalists, chasing profit at any cost? Or are we training them to build a new system that serves the people? Think on it. Because the way we educate today shapes the world we live in tomorrow. Family, this is Brother ha2tim, and once again, this is no frills and no thrills. It's just Brother ha2tim, and man, it is so good to be back here in the booth, even though I ain't in the booth right now. But I want to thank you for your time and your patience, and I will be back next week. Well, actually, after I won't be in Ghana by the time this come out. We will be preparing to go to Ghana. So we got one more show before we go to Ghana. And I want to make sure that y'all know y'all gonna have some shows coming, maybe some live shows. But hey, this is Brother ha2tim once again, and I am out.